Hi, Analisa Six here with the Lady of Leisure and the Sober Curator to give you the August 2023 horoscope for the zodiac sign of Scorpio for sun and rising placements. I am trying to keep these videos on the shorter side for my health because I have health problems and I don't want to not do these videos because I do really enjoy doing them. So I'm just going to jump right in, and I'm not going to go as in depth or over as much as I normally do, but if you want a bigger breakdown on the transits for August, I have the astrology forecast for the whole month of August at the top of this playlist. So I highly recommend that video. We're just going to talk about your general themes for the month Scorpio. So we're going to go all the way back to August 1st because it's already August 9th, the day that I'm recording this. And we'll just talk about what we started August 1st out with. So that day was pretty intense with transits. I talk about it on the astrology forecast video, but we had a full moon at 9 degrees of Aquarius, and that moon was hitting in the area of the Scorpio chart that has to do with home and family. And so August 1st, think back, what was happening in your home, what was happening with your family. Full moons are a time of illumination, so they kind of bring awareness to wherever they're hitting. And so that was the area that awareness was brought, but it's also a time for manifesting and releasing. So when it comes to your home or your family, if there were things that you wanted to manifest or call in, whether it's a new home, changes to your home, renovations to your home, or different dynamics in the home, it was a really good time to set intentions around that. Same with family. If you had things you want to manifest in regard to your family life or your relationship with family members, that was also highlighted. And then same thing, full moons, are also about releasing and letting go. So if we're ready to release something from the past in regards to home or family, or things currently around home and family, there's healing we want to do around our family, ancestral healing, that was all highlighted for you on August 1st. Also, we started out August, obviously the sun's in Leo, and then we have Mercury and Mars are both in Virgo. And the area that's hitting for the Scorpio horoscope is the area that has to do with community, as well as our relationship to our friendship circles, and then also how we feel when it comes to our political identity and kind of like our group think, our group beliefs. And so Mercury here, we might be thinking and analyzing a lot about the way we feel community or our friendships with people, and whether or not we feel like we belong in those friendships or community. We might also be craving friendship and community with Mercury here. With Mars here, there's also potential for conflict and disagreement with friendship circles or community kind of dynamics. And so we could also feel like we're feeling really passionate about advocating or fighting for group of people that maybe is the underdog, or if there's a cause that we're really passionate about. This is also a really positive energy for activism or advocacy work, but it also could be a downfall when it comes to group dynamics, where I watch Vanderpump Rules. I love Vanderpump Rules. And if you think about the group dynamic on that show, it's terrible. And it feels very Mars. It feels like Mars is just up in there all the time. Everybody's fighting with each other all the time. And there's always some kind of conflict or drama that everybody's working out. And so I think Mars passing through this area, there's a lot of potential for some group dynamics that could be less favorable or a little bit more conflict oriented. But Mercury really wants us to work it out, wants us to have productive conversations around it. So there's also a lot of opportunity for productive conversations and resolution in that way. Mercury is going to be in Virgo the entire month of August, because on August 23rd, the sun will be entering Virgo and entering this area of the chart for you, highlighting friendships and groups and community. And then Mercury will station retrograde that same day and be in Virgo for the rest of the month, as well as September. It's in Virgo for all of September. So we have a long road with Mercury in Virgo, and Mercury rules Virgo, so it likes to be in Virgo, but it's retrograde, like that's still going to add a flavor to the month that's a little difficult. So we might see more conflict with friendship dynamics starting around the 15th, when Mercury enters the retrograde shadow period before stationing on the 23rd. Mars is going to be in Virgo until the 28th of August, and then it's going to enter Libra. And so Mars will be in that mix, that I was talking about, where there might be some potential conflict for group dynamics. And then it'll leave and enter the area of the chart that has to do with the subconscious by the end of the month. And then I talked about this, in another video, where Mars passing through this place, this area of the chart, often has to do with repressed anger and repressed trauma. And so if we're doing any work around healing any repressed anger, repressed trauma, that might be something that's coming up for us a lot while Mars is in Libra for Scorpio. Mars is going to be in Libra until October. And so you might have memories or things from the past that come up that require you to really have to work through some deep-seated pain that brings up resentment and anger. And it's important that you find ways to release and work through anger that are productive. Scorpio does really well with exercise as a way to expel anger. Also maybe venting or talking through something, going axe throwing, or if you like to go shoot a gun in a healthy way. I'm not trying to be pro guns, but I'm not anti guns either. I'm pro shooting a gun in a safe way that is monitored, and it can be fun to shoot some cans or some skeet, and that can also be kind of a way to release energy. Kundalini yoga is a really good way to get anger released through the body. So there's different ways, of releasing energy or tension in the body that can be fun. And I think Scorpio, being a Mars ruled sign, tends to enjoy a little bit of destruction. I think you've seen, there's the axe throwing places, but there's also sometimes those places where you can go smash plates and like glassware. They like give you safety goggles and a little safety suit, and you just go smash stuff. And I'm totally pro those types of ways of expelling anger, because if you're getting it out of your body instead of taking it out on people you love or that you care about, why not? I used to do boxing for a brief period of time, and I feel like those types of sports too can be really fun, like kickboxing. It's just nice to hit something every once in a while. And so I think Scorpio having more of that Martian energy, it's really positive for Scorpio to have an outlet sometimes that, gets out some of that rage or that frustration. So that might be something that you're feeling more towards the end of August and going into September. Venus is retrograde in Leo for the month of August. And the area that this is hitting for the chart for Scorpio is the area that has to do with career. And so Venus in this area, the career area, is actually really positive. It usually means that we're having more business. We're having maybe I'm self-employed. So whenever I talk about these things, I'm actually unemployed right now, but I've been self-employed for the last 8 years until I had health issues. Now I'm not working. I'm taking a hiatus from working. But whenever I'm talking about career stuff, I always forget that not everybody's self-employed. So I'll kind of come through it like, you're going to have maybe more business or more clients, or this is an opportunity for you to get more attention on, your business, but which is true if you're self-employed. If you are working, if you're employed and you're working for a company as an employee, this is also a really good time for you to get recognized for the work that you do, maybe getting a promotion, maybe getting more responsibilities at work, maybe getting more recognition or acknowledgement. But because it's retrograde, we might also be in a position where we're not really sure if that's what we want with whatever it is we're doing. And so we could be reflecting, reviewing, and reassessing our career choices as well, and whether or not we feel like we're in alignment with that. So that's something to kind of think about, that you're going to be thinking about for the month of August. And sometimes too, this is also like how we're working in the world. Am I doing something with my life that I want to be doing? Am I doing it the way I want to be doing it? All of those kinds of things. Work relationships and relationship dynamics also come up during this. And because there's some conflict in the group area, if you are working at a company or a corporation and there's a team or some kind of group, there might be conflict in that you're having to deal with. And then it might create conflict with a coworker or somebody that you work with that you're also having to deal with. So that's also definitely a possibility with these transits. All right, we're going to talk about the next two lunar events that happen this month, and then we will be done. So we have a new moon on August 16th that happens at 23 degrees of Leo, and this is also happening in the area of career. And so this is a great time if you are having some kind of reflect, review, reassess energy, and you are feeling like you need to set intentions towards more of what you want to cultivate or manifest into your life when it comes to your career. This new moon on the 16th is a great time to do that. On August 30th, we're going to have a full moon in Pisces. It's the second full moon of the month, which is rare. We don't always have that. And the second full moon of the month is happening at 7 degrees of Pisces, which is happening in the area of the chart that has to do with self-expression, creativity. It's also where we find joy and where we connect to children and our inner child. And so if you're in a place where you want to set intentions towards cultivating more joy or more creative inspiration, more passion, more romance, this is a really good full moon on August 30th to do that with. The full moon is also a really great time for releasing energy. And so if you're feeling like there's things getting in the way of your creative self-expression or in the way of your joy, this is also a really good time to set intentions towards releasing any of those things that are getting in your way. All right, Scorpio, we're going to leave it at that. Good luck. If you liked this video, hit the like, leave me a comment, let me know, subscribe, and I will see you all next month.